Céad Mhíle Fáilte Gach Duine. If you don't know what that means you are all very welcome back to my channel. My name is Jason, and in today's video we are doing the old Irish classic, I'll Tell Me Ma. So let's get into the video. Okay, for this song there are 3 main chords you're going to need and 1 optional chord. So the chords are G, C, D, and the optional chord is D7. If you know those chords, skip ahead to where we get into the song, and if not, stick with me here and I will cover those chords now. So the first chord we are going to need is G. So it's in box 2, the A string or string 5, and in box 3 it's big E, the top string, string 6, and little e, the bottom string, string 1. Then the next chord we're going to need is C. So we start in box 1, string 2 or the B string, then box 2, string 4, the D string, and box 3, string 5, the A string. And that's your C chord. Then we have D, which starts in box 2 on string 3, which is the G string, and string 1, which is the E string, and then in the third box it's the B string or string 2. And when you strum D, mainly just strum the bottom 4 strings, unless you are putting your thumb on the very top of box 2, which turns it into a D/F sharp. Then you can strum all 6 strings. And the final chord, the optional chord, is D7. It's like a mirrored version of D. So you start in box 1 on the B string, string 2, and then it is box 2, G and little e, string 3 and 1. And again, any D chord, it's mainly just the bottom 4 strings. Okay, so those are the 4 chords we're going to need. Let's get into the song now. Right, there are 2 parts to this song that I am going to show you today. We have the chords and strumming, and we have the tab. So we'll start with the strumming first because it is easier, and then we'll get into the tab after. It's not the most difficult tab, it's just a little longer. So we'll start off in the strumming. We have G first. The strumming pattern goes down, 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 up, down, up. So if you're to count that out, it goes 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Now it is just a 2-beat strum pattern, so it is a lot faster than that, but when you're just trying to get the timing right, you can just count it out as a 4-beat. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. So down, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I say down, down, 1, 2, 3, 4 because it helps me say faster. Words take longer to pronounce than numbers. I don't know. Down, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the down, down is a little slower, the 1, 2, 3, 4 is fast. But you can do 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and either. That's up to you. That's the country style strum pattern we're using for this song. So we're starting off in G. There's 2 G's that we start off with. Down, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, down, 1, 2, 3, 4. Then your D chord, 1D. Now, this D7 is red because you can stay in D or go into a D7. So depending on your skill, you can stay in D for the 2 strums or change into D7 for the 2 strums, and then G for the 2 strums. Now the 2 strums in that G is fast. They're just faster. So we have that D down, G down. Sometimes when I'm playing it live, I leave out the very last strum just to give me a chance to start the next line. So I go D down, G, pause, and then next line. That's optional. So I'm showing you the full song, and then how you play it is up to you. So you can do D or D7, and then on G you can do 2 strums or 1 strum. Pause. Right. So that top line goes G for 2 counts. D for 1 count, and then D7, 2 strums, and G, 2 strums. The second line is the exact same. Okay, and then we're into the third line. So the third line again starts in G. Now each chord here is for 1 full count. So we have our G, C, G, D. G, C, G, D, all following the strumming pattern exactly. I only put the chords that are doing their own strumming, I put them in brackets so you can tell which chords have the down, down, and which chords follow the strumming pattern. So every chord does the strumming pattern except the chords in the brackets, they just do the down, down that's written underneath. So the next line starts off in G again, G, C. And then 2 strums in G, 2 strums in D, and a full G. Okay, and that brings you the whole way through the song. So it always just repeats this over and over and over again. In between each section, I play 2 full Gs just to give me that time to get ready for the next verse, to get into the words, because you don't want to finish it up and go straight into the next one. Unless you're speeding it up at the end, but again, that's your choice. So 2 Gs for the down, 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 up is okay to play in between every single section. And this song here is 1 section. So you play this entire thing for every verse. There's about 4 verses. So we have, from the start, we have that G, D, D7, G, G, those two last Gs are optional. Okay, and that is the main strumming. So that's the. When I go home, boys leave the girls alone. Well, my hair's stone gone, but that's alright till I go home. She was handsome, she was pretty, she was belle of Belfast. She be courting 1, 2, 3, please don't tell me who she. Right, easy as that, and then you just go into the next one and so on. And then the speed is up to you. You can play it slow or you can play it fast. That's just tempo. But guys, that is the strumming part. Let's go into the tab section now. Okay, so we're going to take it nice and slow through this tab section. The top tab, before we start, it has a single line, a tick line, and 2 double dots at the end. If you're not familiar with sheet music or reading music at all, that means repeat. So the thin line, tick line at the end of that first part means it's the end of the section, and the double dots at the start and the end mean you repeat that section. So instead of saying play it again or writing it out 2 times, that's music language for play this twice. Okay, so everything in that double dot section is played twice. So that top tab is played 2 times, then the next tab, then the next tab. So there are 4 tabs we play. Top tab is twice, then the third tab, then the fourth tab. But on the screen, you're just going to see 3 tabs. So we start off with the G string. So G open, and then D, G, B. And then on the B string, 0, 1, 0, 0. Then BB, G2, 2. And then B open, and G2, 0, 0. And that's repeated again. Okay, so that's the first 2 tabs. You play that twice because of the double dots. If ever you're looking up tabs for yourself to read, whenever you see those double dots, repeat that section, then move on to the next section. So the second tab here, the middle one, it's 3, 3, 3, 0, all on the B string. Then 1, 1, 1 on the B string and 2 on G. Okay. Then it is 0, 0, 0 on the G B string and then 0 on G. Then 2 on G and 4, 2, 0 on the D string. Okay, so that second tab again is, that's your 3, 3, 3, 0, 1, 1, 1 on the B, 2 on G. And then 0 3 times on B, open G. And then 2G, 4, 2, 0 all on D string. And then it starts off the same way on the next one. So we've 3, 3, 3, 0 on the B string. And then 1, 1, 1 on the B string. Then open B, open G twice. 2G, open B, and 2, 0, 0 on the G. Okay, so the second and third tab should go like this. So that is the whole tab. You have the first part played twice, then the second and third. Now, if you have 2 guitarists, it's great to have one person doing the strum and one person doing the tab. If you have a loop pedal, do the strumming and do the tab after. It creates a nice sound, and then you can play the beats or the bass over it, or create a little riff yourself to play over it, or focus on the vocals as well. Maybe get a harmonizer and use that pedal then to create some harmonies on the chorus. So you're using your own vocal for the verse, and then you use the harmonizer to get 2 extra backing vocals harmonizing on the chorus. And it sounds like a band then, because you have 2 guitars playing a beat in the background and 2 or 3 voices all going at the same time, and that's just one live performance. You can also pre-program loop pedals to play, say, the tab beforehand, and then you do the strumming, or have it pre-programmed to play the strumming and you play the tab live. It's all up to you. I do sometimes do the strumming and tab on the loop pedal, have it pre-programmed to play that, add in the beats then live, and then I throw in something like the accordion or the tin whistle live when I'm playing as well. So it gives it a real Irish atmosphere, gets everyone up and going. And then I can change the speed as well. I have a pedal just to increase the speed later on without increasing the pitch. So it's just a tempo that goes faster. You have to be careful of that. Some pedals do say increases speed, but when it increases speed, the pitch goes up as well. So you have to be careful and make sure it's just the tempo that's been raised and not the overall speed, because then the pitch will raise as well. So it'll go from a normal voice, but yeah, that's the idea of it anyway. But guys, that is it for me today. If you liked that video, show me you liked it with by hitting that big thumbs up. If you are new, subscribe. Leave comments below. Let me know what songs you would like me to cover over the next few weeks. I'm starting my reaction series this Tuesday. Every Thursday there's going to be a random song thrown out, and every Sunday we are going to continue with these Irish songs. So just put those comments below. Let me know what songs you'd like to hear. But as always, I will see you next time.